Yerp, it's your boy Krizzy Get Busy here, and we're back with another Xenoverse 3 video. And today we're going to be talking about the story specifically. And I'm doing it solo today. We don't have our boy OG Toonsy up in here. He's dealing with some computer troubles, as we all do. So I thought I'd just make a video by myself right quick. And today we're talking about Xenoverse 3's story. And the video is inspired by Halal Balls, or Halal Ball Z. He opened my eyes up to what maybe Xenoverse 3's story could be like. He made some really good points. Some things I didn't really get, some things I did, but make sure y'all go check out his video because a lot of it is inspired by his video. I haven't seen too many people talking about the story, and that's my favorite thing to talk about, stories. I love a good story. So yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so for starters, the fact that it takes place in age 1000. Now, this already raises questions of whether or not we're gonna see the Z fighters or any other characters. I mean, with the soul exchange, obviously, however that mechanic works, you know, incorporates the Z fighters. But as far as them being in the actual story, I think in the trailer, we seen Piccolo in the trailer. So I have a good feeling that they're at least gonna be in the game like during the age 1000. But the reason why is the question. So I'm thinking, especially with how they introduced Bulma into the story, crashing down with her vehicle, which seems like a regular vehicle, but I feel like they were trying to tell us something, like maybe she came from time travel, you know, because she kind of popped out through the sky. So of course, with it being Xenoverse, it has to do with something with time, of course. And I'm starting to think that maybe Bulma is traveling through time, which I'm sure it's so she could find people to help her fix whatever problem we're dealing with. And in age 1000, it seems like there's a whole lot of peace, a whole lot of advancement, diversity, stuff like that. So I feel like at the start of the story, which is very befitting, we're set inside of a world that is at peace. There's nothing really going on. This is age 1000, so one thing that Halal Ball said was, it's the golden age of Dragon Ball. So at this point in the story, all the Z fighters that we love have cemented their legacy throughout the universe, and everybody is on the same page as them. They want peace. Everyone is training and striving for peace, and it seems like they've established that in the year 1000, and now Bulma is coming to shake the game up, which I really agree with. That point I think is a dope idea, which makes me also wonder, how is the rest of the Z fighters gonna get there, and where do they come from, you know? So the more we dive into this, the more questions I just end up having, but this is kind of the basis that I've culminated within that time. Speaking of Bulma, I know y'all seen that new character Tap, and in the description that they gave us on the official Xeno website, or on the official Dragon Ball website, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna put it up on screen, but they mentioned that he's a balance between brawn and brains, and he's clearly a Saiyan, but he also has blue hair like Bulma, and I think those earrings are low-key kind of similar too. I think I've seen her wear earrings like that. But that just makes me think, especially with that Vegeta attitude, it just makes me think that, you know, he's either from the future himself, or he's a descendant of Bulma and Vegeta somehow, some way. Also, as a point with Bulma flying out of the sky, in the background it does seem that there's floating cars everywhere, so she could have easily just crashed. Instead of crashing through time, she crashed in traffic, basically in air traffic. But the thing that kind of gets me going is how smart she is. She couldn't control the vehicle, so that lends me to believe she's still from the future, and maybe she just doesn't understand the technology that's sitting right in front of her. And I know that might be nerfing Bulma a little bit with her smarts, but hey, you know, if she came from the future and she's trying to figure out a way to find strong fighters to come help her with the timeline, she's gonna be frantically doing that very quickly. So that could be, you know. Another thing I'd like to add, where's the time patrol? Where's Chronoa? Is that a whole thing? Am I tripping? I don't think I really seen any type of time patrol stuff inside of the actual trailers that we've seen so far. And it seems like the whole story is going to be based in this city, which I'm really hoping that's not the case. I hope you can go to other places and whatnot, because who wouldn't like to see that? But with it being based in the city, it kind of seems like everything that's going on is within city walls. So it doesn't seem like there's a time patrol situation going on, at least not yet. With the missions, that is one thing that's got me thinking, like, you know, time patrol stuff. I wonder how they're going to incorporate that. I wonder what they're trying to say with that, because that just makes me think the time patrol is around, but they just haven't showed us that much stuff, you know? Where's Trunks? And another good point that Halal Balls made is Dragon Ball Online takes place in the year 1000 when the time patrollers was introduced. So is that an alternate timeline, or did something happen to the time patrollers? Which must be the case. One of the two. If they're introduced in the year 1000 and Xenoverse 1 and 2 take place before that, then clearly something happened to the time patrollers. But a point that Halal Balls makes is this could easily be a rebirth of the time patrollers, and it would just make it a nice bow to the present that we're getting from these developers. Back to the point about Bulma, there could be a chance that there's something going on with her, because for starters, with the whole crashing down, like, how did that even become a thing? Like, how does she... I know I was just saying that she could have been frantically trying to find a solution to her problem as she time traveled, but another thing that confuses me is that thing around her neck. There's something up with that. I don't know if it's some type of advanced technology or if it's some type of divine energy slash technology, but it raises a lot of questions, you know what I mean? So ultimately, with all the questions that they're giving us in the trailer, and then also with the time it's taking place and the whole vibe of the whole game, it just feels like we're just going to be chasing the mystery of the time patrollers and whatever time rift type of paradoxical nonsense we get into. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. And of course, there's a million other features we can talk about. We're going to talk about those in a different video. I'm just here to talk about the story today. And again, everybody go check out Halal Ball's video, because it is way more in depth than this one. I just really wanted to talk about it because I'm excited about Xenoverse 3 and especially the story. And just based off of what I'm seeing here, it just makes me want to go back to Xenoverse 2 and learn a bunch of the lore and all the other type of storylines that they've created that could give us a better idea on what's going to happen with Xenoverse 3 story. And it's just making me pumped up and excited to get to it. So that's pretty much all I got for y'all today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and again, go check out his video if you want a more in-depth, explainable, and then also more lore information to confirm some of these things I'm talking about. Go ahead and check out his video. The video will be in the description. I can't wait till we get any more updates so I can update more on what's going on with the Xenoverse 3 story. And I can't stress enough, go watch the video, because as far as I've seen, I haven't seen anybody talk about what's going to go on in the story mode. It's just like, it's like Toons was telling me about. He kind of just used the story mode to just level up his character, get through it, so then he can really start getting to the meat and bones of Xenoverse 2, you know what I mean? But I'm a big story guy, and I'd love to see where it goes. I love Dragon Ball. I've read all the way up to the Granola arc, but I also like other manga as well. Probably gonna do videos on all kinds of stuff pretty soon. So yeah, go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, do all that good stuff, and we'll just keep on bringing you this Xeno content. Xenoverse. It's your boy, Krizzy Get Busy out. Who that man thinking he the top dude? Who get more Zenny, more bitches, homie, not you.